Good morning, traders. Welcome to the live trading room. I hope you are all doing well this morning. Right, there has been some requests to do some charts offline, some charts that we don't have listed on the website. That's okay, not a problem. We can never look at it. We will look at that at the end of the session. So you can just bring it up at the end of the session and then we will look at that chart. Absolutely no problem with that. We are happy to look at all those charts as long as we're looking at them live here on the webinar. We are not able to respond offline because that will require us to respond via text, which is tedious and a laborious process. So it's easier to explain and look at the structure here on a live webinar. Let's get started with the analysis. Let's have a look at the current trade setups that we've got. Some of those that we've discussed yesterday. Let's have a look at the trade setups. So pound CAD is our trade of the week. But I didn't want to start with pound CAD. I want us to start with euro US dollar. That's the one that we discussed extensively yesterday. So that is the setup that I wanted us to have a look at yesterday, that it was reversing. You can see that this is the bigger blue box in the higher degree. Okay, so that blue box is completely different to this one. So this blue box that I've currently highlighted is based on these three wave structures, a zigzag here. So you've got a pulsing wave one here, you've got a zigzag here. So yesterday we said this is the buying area, but if you've missed it, you can also buy just above that upper boundary of the flag. And indeed, the euro US dollar has now rallied up to around 1.66655. We said when you get to this level at equal legs between these two, so you want it to get to about 1680 before you move to break even. It's going so far, it will be a three-wave structure, but so this is how we manage the trade setup. You are in the trade setup now. You've put in your stop loss here. Wait before you move it. We need to let it move a bit, maybe to about 1680, 1700. That will be the equal legs. When we start breaking above this, then we know that this is going to make it play out. But if it does not go all the way from there and it goes for one more down, then you're out, and you're out for non-loss. You don't lose a cent. You don't lose a cent there. So that is the idea. That is trade management and money management. You don't want to lose money, and that's how we manage our money. And that is exactly what we have outlined yesterday as far as euro US dollar is concerned. So that's what we looked at here on euro US dollar. We're looking for this one to push to the upside. We are already here. We want it to go to around this level. Only then will we move our stop to break even, which is this area here. So those that took it here in the blue box will move their stop here as well. So those who took it from the blue box will have about 25 or 40, 35 pip. Call it 45 pip because you got a very good risk to reward ratio if you're taking it here. So if you took it here, you also still need to move it to this break-even point here. So you protect some profits, even if it's just a bit. Those who took it here, also you need to move your stop from here to break even. It does not matter where you took the trade. When we get to this level, move it to this level, around 1620. That would be the where you move your stop. Right, so that is euro US dollar. Let's have a look at pound CAD, which is our trade of the week. So pound CAD trade of the week, similar to what is happening to the euro. We're looking for this one to make at least a three-way structure. So again, here, if we get a blue box setup, let's have a look here at what the trade setup looks like. If we get a blue box setup on the 1 hour, we'll look to take it there. So you see it's exactly the same as well. So we want to see this push up from here on the 1 hour. You can get it on the blue box. Again, you employ the same strategy. You get an entry. When we get to around equal legs, you move your stop from here to break even, so that if this is going to still make one more down, you're out for no loss. And if it's going to make a move to the upside, you are just going to make money. So you don't lose money, you only stand a chance to make money. Okay, so that is a pound CAD, and that is how we're looking at pound CAD, and that is the structure that we've got in pound CAD. Let's have a look at that on the 1 hour, so you can see that. So let's have a look at this one here. We have made that three-wave pullback. As you can see here on the 1 hour, 1, 2, 3. It looks like we're making a pulsing move here. So there's still a possibility for this here. If you're already in the trade in the blue box, that's fine. There's still this possibility that we get to this level here we make one move back, and then we continue to the upside. Okay, so that's also another possibility. So let's see how that one is going to play out from there. We're going to be looking at this one playing out like this. Okay, so welcome to those that have joined us. I know there's those that have missed what I just said in the beginning. If you have requested a chart to be looked at that is not listed on our site, just hang on. After we've stopped the video, we can look at your requests. Okay, so just make sure you remind me at the end so that I do not switch off the webinar before I address your chats. Okay. All right, so that's what we have there. Somebody is complaining about audio. If you can just type and tell them that the audio is only on the audio issue is only on their side. Right, so the rest of the setups, this is a new one on Platinum. Let's have a look at Platinum here. We're looking for Platinum to continue to the upside. If you remember Platinum, we've had a trade setup from the blue box. We're just looking for this to continue to the upside here. So we've got a pullback here, another one, another blue box entry. So this is what we do. Well, as soon as you've got the direction, as long as you've got the direction on a pair, what you keep doing is every time you get these blue box setups, you keep taking them there. Every time you get blue box setups, you keep taking them there because the trend is in that direction. You must just be careful not to get a move that is like right at the top, because that's where it becomes risky. So as long as you keep getting this, you're going to keep getting those trade setups. So that was a new entry on Platinum. If you remember, we had a setup on Platinum at about 2 weeks back, right at the bottom. So this is now Platinum. And we're expecting that to start continuing to the upside. So we've got that move here. That's another 3-wave move on Platinum. We've already started pushing to the upside. A break above this level here, we'll see Platinum make a continuation move to the upside. Okay, so that is Platinum, and that is what we're going to be looking at to continue to the upside. Now, while we are here, but before we look at that, let's have a look at the other setups. So we looked at the Euro, US dollar, Platinum, and Pound CAD. Let's look at another one here, US dollar Chief. This was our trade of the week from the last week. So this is the setup here on US dollar Chief. It's already down here to around 92. So during the weekly outlook, we're looking at this to continue breaking low here. As our trade of the week, we wanted it to do this and then come down. It did not get to the blue box, that's fine. So we would have liked to trade it when it broke down here. Now it is here. So that is an actual setup on US dollar Chief, and we'll be looking for US dollar Chief to continue lower. It's playing out pretty well as well. So let's have a look at that US dollar Chief. You can see there we already dropped. So those are the setups that we've got. Very, very nice one indeed here on US dollar Chief, exactly as forecasted. We're looking for that to continue to the downside. Okay, so those are the 4 setups that we've got. Now this changes slightly the expectation that we had on gold. Let's have a look at gold. If you remember what we're looking at on gold, just 1 second here. I want to look at this here. Right, so let's start with the commodities today, because there's a bit of a change here in what we expected on gold. We wanted to see gold continue to the downside. So there was actually a conflict between the 2 structures that we were seeing on gold and silver. So gold had made what looked like a 3-wave structure, 1, 2, 3, and we're looking for this one to consolidate here and at least make a move to the downside, but that does not look to be happening here now. So it looks like gold may be doing a structure like this. Let's have a look at this one here on the 4-hour. Let's look at that structure on the 4-hour. So it is still going up correctively. Let's have a look at that structure in the 4-hour, see if it can be anything clearer. Let's look at all the commodities. So gold can go and can go to that level there. So what we have here is a 3-wave structure here on gold. That's what we're expecting. Could gold make another 3-wave structure here and we get another move like this? Let's have a look at this. We can have a structure like this. We get another one like this. So far, it is not clear. It's all just speculation for now. So we just want to see how this is going to play out. But this is bullish now. And with the DXY showing weakness, gold can push this a little bit higher. Okay, so the structure currently on gold is not a clear because what we wanted to see is not happening and the current structure is not as clear. Silver had shown a 4-hour setup here. So that's why we're looking for silver to make one more up, but then a drop. Okay, will we get that drop or we're going to get continuation to the upside? With the DXY showing weakness, Euro US dollar showing strength, or rather the Euro showing strength to the upside, then we may see silver push to the upside. So we'll update as to what we will expect the structure to play out as. Brent crude. Now, Brent crude, this nothing more than just a pullback. So Brent crude still pushes to the upside. Every time you get a 4-hour setup on Brent crude, there's an opportunity to take it even higher. Okay, so those are the commodities. We're looking for more upside on Brent crude. Silver showing clear upside. Then we'll expect gold to follow suit, although the structure on gold may not be as clear. Okay, so let's run through the rest of the trade setups here. So some of these trade setups we've posted, these ones are from the 6th of August. They're still playing out. That is Audi, US dollar, New Zealand, and pound Audi. Let's have a look at these ones. So pound Audi is already done. Let's have a look at Audi, US dollar. Audi US dollar, from there, looking for more upside. We're going to look at the US dollar pairs now. Just remember this one here. This was from the 6th. We're still expecting continuation to the upside as we've indicated. This was Audi US dollar as well as New Zealand US dollar, also taken from this level here, looking for more upside. And finally, pound Audi was a sell setup, which has already gone around this level. We're now consolidating around the 84 area. Let's have a look at these three, just update those. Right, before we go to Euro US dollar, we've already looked at Euro US dollar. Let's look at Audi. Audi US dollar, how many pips so far? I hope you're all in good profits so far here with Audi US dollar. This was the entry here at 1740, 0.7220. Let's have a look here, 0.7220, yes. And then we're currently at 74.60. That's over 240 pips already on this setup alone in just a matter of 2 weeks. New Zealand, exactly the same. Also taken from here at 68.70, you are now at 71.40. That's almost 250 pips as well. Looking good for more upside. And pound Audi, we have dropped and we're still expecting more downside, but it has slowed down. So this was the level here where we got the trade set up on pound Audi, or the pound Audi, looking for this to get to around 82 level. We still expect the same, that it will continue to the downside. Whatever is happening there is just consolidation and it will continue to the downside. Now, if you look at all these trade setups that we've got here on the website, if you took even just half of those, you should have made money. All of these trade setups, there's not even one that has not played out over the last couple of days. Okay, so that is how you should be trading. And if you followed the rules and you've traded this, you should not have lost a cent over the last couple of days. I hope you are making money with those setups. Right, let's run through the rest of those that we did not discuss. Pound US dollar continues to the upside. We've looked at this yesterday, continuation to the upside together with the euro. Since we saw this, we're still expecting this to make a move to the upside. US dollar CAD continues lower. Nothing new on US dollar CAD. You know the structure. You can have a look at that chart on the website. We're looking for this to go for that wave 5. So every time you're going to get this, we're going to look for US dollar CAD to continue to the downside. But we've got a setup on pound CAD for a 3-wave pullback. We will expect that we get a 3-wave pullback on US dollar CAD as well. Do we have divergence? But even if you do get divergence, at this point, you do not buy US dollar CAD. Look at this, well below 50 at the top. It's telling you that we're going to see more downside. Is this divergence? We cannot confirm that as divergence as yet, but we're still seeing this to be going to the downside. That is US dollar CAD, US dollar Chief. You've seen this one, trade of the week last week, trade this week. All right, you are the US dollar. You've seen US dollar ZAR will follow US dollar CAD. Will continue to the downside. Okay, so that's what we have there. US dollar ZAR should continue lower and follow US dollar CAD. Need we say more about pound CAD? This one from right here at the bottom, okay, has now rallied over 900 pips and it is showing more upside here. We're going to see more upside on pound CAD, right? Rather pound yen. This is showing us another setup for more upside. Look at where the RSI is, right at the top. This is not overbought. That means strength, and we are resetting here already. So we are still going to see more upside, okay? Okay, so we can even get to 160 as far as this one is concerned. Why are we looking for that to continue to the upside? Look at the structure here on the daily. The bigger structure on pound CAD is this one here. So we have now broken the level that we wanted to break. As far as pound CAD is concerned, we wanted to see it come to this level. We have now broken that level. That is the structure that we are looking at here. We want to see this come down now. Do we have divergence though between those 2 points? So far, if this fails to break above here, that means you've got divergence. This can go and make a new high here. But as long as the RSI does not make a new high, we know that the reversal that we're expecting, this should come here. We can even get to around 65. We can break higher, but that would be an expanding flat. If you remember, this has broken lower here. So if it breaks to the top here, there's nothing untowards about that. It does happen, and it could be the end of the move. So just don't expect it to break and then reverse immediately. We can go even to about 65 and then we reverse. So that's what we're looking at on pound yen. Still continuation to the upside. US dollar yen consolidating currently. So the inverse correlation between gold and US dollar yen is not so strong. The correlation strength is not so strong currently because we're seeing this one consolidating, showing us that we're going to have more upside. So gold and the US dollar yen are continuing to go up together. So that is what we have. It just means that the correlation strength between the two pairs is not so strong, but we're looking for this one to continue to the upside. Foolish money because we've already made such a significant move. Do we have a setup on the 1 hour or the 4 hour? The 1 hour is consolidating. What does the structure look like? So we're still below 50 here, but that does not really matter. It only takes a candle closing above this for us to see more upside on US dollar yen. But the DXY is showing weakness. So that move to the upside may not happen on US dollar yen, which will explain why gold is pushing to the upside. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. What do we have on the 4 hour? So on the 4 hour, this is where we've got here. So we've got this one. Remember, this does not mean anything. That the RSI is at the top, that this is at the top. As long as the RSI is still above 50 while you're on a bullish trend, does not mean that we've got a reversal, okay? Or we're gonna sell. So what determines the sell or the end of this move is when we're gonna start getting this one, not on this time frame, on the daily, to start trading below 50, then we're going to start looking for more downside here. So let's watch what happens with the US dollar yen at current levels. Will it push to the upside? Likely that we're going to start pushing lower because gold is starting to show upside, even if that low reversal is just at the wave structure before we get another leg to the upside. Let's keep an eye and see how that plays out. Euro yen, same, we're looking for this. Look at this, right at the top, strength, but we are at the bottom here. This is not overbought. It's showing us that we're still going to get a move to the upside. Even if we do get a pullback here, we're still going to see more upside as far as Euro yen is concerned. But you don't take a new trade at these levels. Same, RSI, strong. We're at the bottom. This is not a setup. So the setup that you want to get here should be a 4-hour setup. And at this stage, you don't have any 4-hour setup. We'll look for more upside there. Right, out the yen. Same, the yen pairs has just shown us strength, but this is risky after such big moves. You don't want to be buying such expensive pairs after such rallies. Yes, you can see this is going to continue to the upside, but the risk to reward ratio as far as the trade is concerned is not a good one to take at these levels. They've already made such big moves to the upside. So same, New Zealand yen, CAD yen, you don't want to be taking new trade setups there unless you can manage it and get in and get out. That is scalping, but we're not scalping here. We trade the swings. So those are the yen pairs, commodities we've gone through. Pound Audi, you've seen the trade setup. What is happening with Pound Audi? Just consolidating here. We've got a 3-wave structure here. We're expecting our trade to continue to play out on Pound Audi to the downside. Right, Pound New Zealand, same. Pound New Zealand, this one we detailed the entry last week. If you all entered here, this level, so you should be in about This was the entry here at about 96, and now we are at 93. A free 300 pips on pound New Zealand. Looking for more downside here. Okay, so remember how we detailed the entry here with the stop here. You can move this to break even. You can even move it around this level and let it run free. Okay, so that is pound New Zealand, pound CAD. Pound CAD, you've seen this one through during trade setups. We want to see at least a 3-wave pullback. And then for our trade to play out, we want to see that continue to the upside. Right now, this is Chief Yen. We've been looking for this correction to drop for a while. We've got 1, 2, 3. We're going to start seeing this downside here now. So it looks likely that we may get that, but we want to see this trade below the lower boundary of the flag. This is not a trend line. We just want to see this structure play out. Then we'll confirm that we are ready for downside. Right, Euro Yen. Bit of a bounce there on Euro Yen, but that's all it is a bounce. We're still below 50. We've reset at the top. This is a 3-way structure. We are going to expect this to continue lower. Euro New Zealand, similar to pound New Zealand, continues to the downside. Remember, Euro New Zealand from trade recaps over the weekend, we looked for this one to push to the upside and drop. We have now dropped below this. Pound New Zealand has just broken this level, and we're expecting this to follow suit as well. We're expecting pound New Zealand to follow suit and continue to the downside as well. Euro Audi consolidation should continue to the downside. Look at that. Look at that. Recipe for continuation to the downside. Very clear, guys. Right, Euro CAD, the same. So Euro CAD is right at the top here, just retesting the top here. So we want to see here, is this going to break out? Because we're expecting pound CAD to give us a 3-wave pullback. We may get this one coming down for one before we push to the upside, but that should happen if we start seeing divergence here. But it's tricky for now. Let's just watch for that. It is still bearish pretty much. Euro Chief, 1, 2, 3. We'll look for this to continue lower. Slight push to the upside and then continuation to the downside. Let's watch how this corrective structure plays out. Audi New Zealand, we are not getting the pullback that we are looking for. We are waiting for this one to give us this pullback before we get a continuation to the downside, or rather to the upside. Pound CAD is making this structure 1, 2, 3. We want to see this continue to the downside like this. Okay, we're just above 50. We've reset it. We want to see this 3-wave play out and then move to the downside. Audi Chief. As Audi Chief reached the 3 waves here, are we ready for Audi Chief to reverse? Still pretty much bullish. This is well above 50, so may still push slightly higher before the reversal there. New Zealand CAD. New Zealand CAD has made a passing move to the upside. This is what we're expecting now, that the pairs with the CAD as a quoted currency will start giving us a 3-wave pullback. That's why we've got CAD, pound CAD as our trade setup. We're looking for something similar on pound CAD as well. New Zealand Chief. New Zealand Chief, after breaking out of this corrective structure, one correction there, looking for this to make a move to the upside. This was actually a WXYXZ structure, WXYXZ corrective structure. Played out there, made a move to the upside, correction. Now looking for move to the upside. A break above this, we'll see this push even higher. CAD Chief. We'll keep following. Oil. We're going to expect a 4th wave here before pushing to the upside. As long as that 4th wave does not break the low of the wave through here, we'll look for continuation to the upside. Right, the indices. Indices 1, 2, 3, look for continuation to the upside. The bullish moves have resumed. We are well above 50 now. we're looking for this to break the previous high. This is the S&P 500, the previous high at about 1450, and give us the new highs there. So that's what we're looking for on the S&P 500. Okay, so that's what we have there. Let's look at the Dow Jones Industrial. Same 3 waves as played out here. We're looking for this one to continue to up the upside, break the previous high. We're gonna see new highs. Okay, that's what we have there. We need to check this here. So if you look at this is making new highs, right? We can go and make a new high. We've got divergence here, but if the RSI starts trading above this, that means we don't have divergence, and this is gonna see more upside. But as long as it stays here, but it will not stay here if this is gonna still continue to push to the upside. Okay, so we will keep an eye on this. Dow Jones Transportation also made 1, 2, not like that. We're actually looking for this one to be a corrective structure and for this to continue lower, but we did not get that. So that means that the move has ended here. We've got this move here ending here, and we're starting a move to the upside. Okay. Here's a question from Penny. How do you know S&P 500 won't come back down for double once it gets to the previous high? Let's have a look at that, what you mean by that. How do we know that this will not come back for a flat? We don't know. It's possible. It's possible that it can come back here and make a move to the upside. Okay, we just have to look at this. If this one is going up impulsively here, then we know that this, even if it breaks to the upside here, we may just get one more move back and then a continuation to the upside, deeper one, and then upside. So that you cannot know for sure. It's all possibilities of structures. We can get this one doing that. We've got the 3 waves here. This is a very strong 3-way move to the upside, though it does not look very corrective and looks like it's going to be a pulsing one, but that's all speculation. It's possible that we do get here and we can get back for 1 before we make a move to the upside. So that's a very valid comment there from Penny. It's possible that we can get this one, not necessarily as a flat, but as not necessarily as a double, but as a flat. Okay, it can be a double or it can be a flat. If it's pulsing move coming down, then it's going to be a flat. Then it's a three-wave move, then it's going to be a double. We're going to look at it as a WXY structure. But for now, we're expecting this. Right, let's go to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ 3-wave pullback. We've started a move to the upside. We're looking for more upside. UK 100 showing us continuation to the upside at current levels. We have broken about or above this level that we expected after these 3 waves. We're now consolidating here on the 4-hour, not necessarily a setup because this is not resetted. 1 hour will show you a setup, but we don't really like 1 hour setups at this stage, but this is just showing us that we are still going to see more upside at these levels. All right, DAX. Let's have a look here at the DAX. Let's move down, let's move up, and we're looking for this one to have completed the 3 waves. So 1, 2, we're looking for more upside. Internally here, we could be getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. But this is showing us that we're going to have another leg to the upside as far as the DAX is concerned. The Nikkei continues to the upside. So we still have the 2 options, but either of the options, as far as the Nikkei is concerned, lead us for a bullish move. We've got this one, could be a 1, 2, looking for this one to go for a 3, 4, and a 5. Or that is a flat correction as follows. Unfortunately, you cannot determine which one it is. If it is a flat, then we've got this as a 3, you've got this as a 3, you've got this one as an impulse, and you're looking for this one to continue up higher. So any continuation pattern here, you look to take it up higher. What do I mean by 3, 3, 3 here? This is 1, 2, and a 3. This can be a 1, 2, and a 3. This is a pulsing move here with 5 waves. So A, B, C corrective structure. There's also a possible structure here for more upside. Either way, we are bullish on the Nikkei. As long as the indicator is showing us that, that's what we're looking at. Nifty, no analysis, more upside. Some slight divergence here on the 4 hour. You can see some divergence on the 4 hour. We keep making new highs, but the 4 hour, is it going to make a new high as well? If it does, then this is still going to continue to the upside. Right, let's go to the cryptocurrencies. Okay, so we have been consolidating within this range for the last week. So Bitcoin has made a move down, has made a move up in 3. It's possible we come back down to around 56 for a structure like this before we get the next leg up higher, which could potentially take us to the all-time highs as far as Bitcoin is concerned. Then we'll have this one as move 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 in this degree. Okay, so let's watch the consolidation here, maybe the way forward here on Bitcoin. So we are going sideways at current levels. Ethereum, we're looking for this to break out of this 4 hour structure. We're looking for this to break out of this corrective structures, but what it looks like is we can still get one more down before we get another leg to the upside. Right, Litecoin. Breaking out of that 4 hour correction, consolidating here on the 1 hour, we're gonna see more upside on Litecoin. Ripple, being thoroughly outperformed by Bitcoin. Yesterday, we saw this flash down here. We've got an impulse here. Are we going to see this one make a consolidation around this level before pushing to the upside? Let's keep an eye on that. Dogecoin, 24 to this dollar. So we've got this one here as 3 down. Could this be a 3 up? Are we going to see Dogecoin come retest this level before we push up higher? This will be a very important level because this can take us for another leg to the upside. Let's keep an eye on that. ADA. ADA, we're also looking for this one to give us another leg to the upside, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that. If we look at the indicator, this is below 50, and this can still give us another leg to the downside. Okay, can we get back to this level? Let's see. But so far, we're just consolidating at current levels. As far as ADA is concerned, not a very clear structure. We want to see this build up, complete whatever structure we're getting here before we get a move to the upside. Okay, so that is ADA. Solana, same, failing to break out, but we've got the move. We're consolidating at current levels. We want to see this push to the upside. We can pull back for up to about 50% of this leg. We can even get that move. We can get this one here, and we can get this one to that. So there's still a number of possibilities on how this can play out within this corrective structure. So if it does that, we know that this is a move down in 3, a move up in 3, a move down, and then we look for upside. Okay, so still consolidation across all the cryptocurrencies. Binance making a nice 5-wave structure here from here. This looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4. We're looking for an extended wave 5. Now in that case, we should see a deeper one before we push to the upside. So that's what we're going to be looking at on Binance. And that's all for today. Trade responsibly. Do not miss the live technical analysis at 10 a.m. GMT. Those gives you a good indication of our short, medium, and long-term views of the structures. Have a good day, everybody. Those that have got a chat, you can stay on and I'll look at your chats. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye. We did not look at the DXY, but the DXY is just the inverse of what's happening with euro US dollar. Look at that. The DXY is reversing at the bigger blue box. We're looking for the DXY to reverse at the bigger blue box. Like a couple of weeks back, you saw the divergence on the daily. So this was the divergence. This is the divergence. We're looking for the DXY to make a reversal from current levels, similar to what we're expecting of euro US dollar. So if you look at the trade setup that we've got on the euro, that will be the inverse. So the euro, the buy area on the blue box was here, was a buy on the euro, and it's a sell on the DXY. So we could have sent a trade setup for the DXY at this level, but we sent a buy setup on the euro in the inverse. So for the euro, it's like this. This was the buy, and we're looking for this one to do this. Okay. All right, guys. So that's what we have there. Is that the reversal that we've been looking for at both the DXY and the euro? Let's see how that goes. If you're in the euro, you should be risk-free by now. But like I said, wait a bit until around 1700 before you move it to risk-free. Right. Have a great day, everybody. Cheers. Bye-bye.